Hi, my name is Heidi Graff, and I will be doing a training video on how to install a CD/DVD drive onto your PC. Before we begin, you need to make sure that you have the proper tools to perform the task that is needed. Also, before we begin, we must make sure that all power supply is disconnected from the PC. We will start by going underneath the front of the bevel. There should be a clip to where you pull out just slightly, then you will lift up. On older models, it may be necessary to undo screws, depending on what type of PC you have. Next, we will take the screws out of the side of the panel. And here is the inside of your PC. Right here is the CD/DVD bracket holder. You will disconnect this by also taking a couple screws out, and then you will pull that out. Here's an example of a CD/DVD drive. As you can see, audio connectors, jumper pins. You want to make sure that you switch your jumper to the correct cable of whether it is an SATA that you're installing or an IDE. And then here's the power connector. Depending on which drive you have and what PC you have, you'll take your drive and you'll slide it into the drive cage. Now there may be just clips, or you may have to screw them back into place. And then you will put this back into your PC tower. Here's a view of the motherboard that supports both the IDE connector and the SATA connector. The main difference between these two is that the IDE connector costs less to run because it holds little information compared to the SATA data connector, which holds up to 300 times the IDE connector. However, it does cost more to run. Next, depending on what data cable you have, you will put in the power cable and then the SATA data cable. Or if it's the IDE, you will do the IDE first and then the power cable. After it is plugged in and installed correctly, you then will replace the front bevel by sliding it back down and clicking it into place. Again, depending on if there were screws on an older model, you'll go ahead and screw those in, and then you will screw on the side panel. This concludes the training video on how to install the CD/DVD drive onto your PC.